Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, there's a call on the fucking line. Wow, somebody's listening and going to try and engage in this conversation that I've wasted all of my time not preparing for. It's hard work to be this lazy. To be fair, we're fucking lazy.
Like, my friends never start email subjects that way. Yo, Sean, should we wish your penis is bigger?
Yeah, just go, hey, you know what? You're listening to the show.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
I didn't know if you hated me. Then you're just like, you're such a cunt.
You know?
Hello, I'm the stupid intern who picked the wrong goddamn person.
Who knew that when you typed in females on search engines with the word slut, bad things would come up?
I had so drunk right now. I had like 4 wine spritzers.
She's been pounded so much that she was probably swollen enough where she had a third vagina lip to cover the flap in defense against the cocks that would constantly invade her vaginal territory.
Jesus.
Pity sex, nostalgia sex, and I hate my life sex. That's how I survive.
You gotta sneak that shit in when they're not paying attention.
I gotta get my evidence. I'm like a Jew lawyer right now. He's doing it off the paper.
Oh, guys, all right. Can I get a... Can someone open a window in here?
Jay, do us a favor and quote that.
Speak!
It's gonna be showtime!
Nobody cares what you love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Stephen James Experience. It's Monday night, August the 4th. I hate fucking Mondays, just like everybody else in this goddamn universe. Huge show tonight. This Saturday, 8 p.m. at the Daros Extreme Fitness Center in the Bronx, 2KW Pro presents Divided We Stand. Just pro wrestling at its finest, guys. These guys are back. Make sure you guys head on over to 2kw.com. Tickets are still available. You can head on over there. We're going to have a couple of these guys coming up in a little bit to talk about the card, to talk about why they got into pro wrestling and a bunch of other things as we get through this. But for some of you who may not know or do not listen to the show, huge pro wrestling fans. Pro wrestling is lifeblood. I mean, if you guys are not fans, you're not going to enjoy the show. But you know what? If you don't enjoy the show, feel free to call in and tell us why you don't like pro wrestling. And we can argue with you all day and all night long. You'll probably lose because these are some pretty beastly animals. We're going to go to the phone lines right now. Let's see who we got right now. You're on the air. What do you got? What do you want?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Who do we got now?
Hey, what's up? This is Simply God's Best, G.A. West.
Hey, it's G.A. West. Speaking of G.A. West, taking on the Rogue Anthony Gagnon. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but just hitting that tonight.
Yeah, taking him on Saturday night. I've got no idea how to pronounce his last name either, but either way, it should be a fantastic matchup.
Ooh, are you? How excited are you to get back with 2KW? Because this is the first show they're having in a while, right? It's the relaunch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe this is their relaunch. This is actually my first time working for them, so I can't say I'm excited to get back to 2KW, but considering all the hype around this show and all the people getting excited about it, I'm excited for my debut with 2KW.
Oh, absolutely. I'm actually getting excited for it, too, because I didn't know really anything about it at first, and I basically got approached like, hey, you got to check these guys out. So after doing a little digging and checking out the card and seeing what's coming down the pipe, I got a boner. I got to tell you, I got a pro wrestling boner.
I don't know if I'd go there. I don't know if I'd go that far. I got to wear spandex on Saturday, so it's for the best that I don't have that going on. But
probably not. I'm pretty sure it'll be appreciated. All right.
For sure. At least by the male audience. The female audience might feel differently. Who knows?
Hey, that demographic, you got to hit them hard and hit them good. All right. Well, let me get into this a little bit. When did you first start getting into pro wrestling? Like, when did you know that this was going to be a career for you?
Man, back when I was a little kid, like everyone else growing up in the 80s, I loved Hulk Hogan, loved Ultimate Warrior. But I got to say it was really when Shawn Michaels turned on Marty Jannetty at the barbershop.
Oh, fantastic.
I said, I want to be like that guy, referring to Shawn Michaels.
So that was your moment. So Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, that moment when he became the Heartbreak Kid essentially was the moment that made you decide to get into pro wrestling.
For sure.
Would you consider
you know,
your favorite pro wrestler of all time then?
Believe it or not, no. I don't know if I could name one person to be my favorite pro wrestler of all time. There are just so many guys that I've admired and respected over the years. He's definitely up there. Shawn Michaels for sure. Scott Steiner. I love early Scott Steiner as far as his wrestling ability goes, and then late 90s Scott Steiner as far as his promo ability.
Okay. Oh, well, where did you train? A lot of people, what would you say to a young guy trying to find some training? Where did you go through and come up as a young boy?
I trained with a lot of people, and I would give that same advice. You know, wrestling is a lot like ice cream. Some people like strawberries, some people like vanilla, some like chocolate. The more trainers you go with, the more flavors you're going to experience, the better off you will be. I got my first training with the esteemed Killer Kowalski up in Boston, Mass. Trained there for a couple of years. Then from there, when his school closed down, I moved on to train with a fairly well-known guy, Superbad Steve Bradley. You know, he's very well-known in the New England area. He was under developmental with WWE for quite a few years in the early 2000s. You know, I've been very fortunate and blessed to travel over the years. I trained in Florida with Soul Man Rocky Johnson, a.k.a.,
nice.
You know, Father of the Rock, yeah. You know, I'm trying to think of who else I've had. You know, I had the ability to train with the SATs just a couple of years ago in New York. So I've had a lot of influences in my wrestling career.
Well, okay, what do you think, for the young guys that are out there listening, what do you think is the most important thing to remember when you're training?
Oh, man. Again, it's tough to pinpoint to one thing, but I would say be open. From my travels, I've learned that there's no one way to do anything. When you have one trainer that says, oh, this is the way you do it, and then you go train somewhere else, he's going to say, oh, no, that's all wrong. This is how you do it. I just spent the past year in Kentucky at OVW training under Rip Rogers.
Oh, wow.
And I learned all sorts of things from him that were completely counter to things I had learned previously.
So how do you reconcile that? Do you basically just take one piece, one tool from here, one tool from there, and fit it into your own package?
At this point, yeah. It's funny, when I first started, you know, I had the belief that, you know, after training with Kowalski, well, he's the best. There's nothing better. So when I had people telling me to do something other than what he taught me, I would kind of just say, no, well, that's not how it should be done. But after a few years in the business of wrestling different people, training with different people, I started to realize, no, there is no one way or, you know, right or wrong. And, you know, it doesn't matter what that pedigree is, you know, unless that person's paying you and telling you to do it a certain way, do it the way that works best for you, you know?
Now, they say that it's a labor of love. Wrestling is a labor of love. And when you take those first bumps, when you bump down and you bump hard, you know whether or not you want to be a pro wrestler. Now, when that happened to you, did you have that oh shit moment, so to speak, where basically your eyes widened up and you're like, wait, maybe, I don't know if this is for me, or were you instantly hooked?
I was instantly hooked. I had martial arts experience going into wrestling, so taking that first bump was actually kind of nice for me. I had been used to doing it on hard mats in gym. So, yeah, I didn't have that, oh, no, moment of, wow, this hurts. I expected it to hurt. I came into it, and it hurt less than I thought it would. I'll tell you what's funny, though, as a guy that's been doing it for quite some time, when I first got started, you know, I remember when I learned how to bump, I started doing that in weird places like CVS or Home Depot just to get a reaction. You know, I'd be like, oh, wow, like, look at me fall on the floor. People would be like, oh, my God, are you okay? You know, whereas now, 10 years later, I need to make a lot of money just to do a bump in the ring. So it's kind of funny how your perspective changes on things.
Well, you talk about 10 years, having that kind of experience. You hear guys talk a lot about this. Did you have to change your style from when you first started to not only, you know, make more money, but to protect yourself a little more for long term?
Definitely. You know, when I was young, I was gung-ho and, you know, wasn't even thinking about the future. So you just go out there and, number one, from not knowing any better from a psychology standpoint, you do every single move you can think of. And then number two, not knowing any better from a physicality standpoint, you know, you're just doing everything that hurts your body. When you get older, you learn how to entertain the crowd by doing less, you know, both from a psychology standpoint to make the match make sense and to make more money long term, and also just to take care of your body.
What would you say is the most important tool a pro wrestler needs?
You're asking me a lot of questions, asking me to pinpoint something, Steven, and you really can't do that in this business. There is no one specific thing. Just come into it with your eyes open, your mind sharp, be open for anything and everything that comes your way, and you just kind of got to go from there. Wrestling's something you got to feel and experience. Can't really just teach it, Can't read about it, can't watch it on TV and think you got it. Like, you don't know it until you've done it for a long time, and done it in a lot of places.
That's right. This Saturday, 8 p.m., Daros Extreme Fitness in the Bronx, 2KW Pro presents Divided We Stand. Make sure you guys go to 2KW.com and get yourself some tickets, and you can see some fantastic pro wrestling. How excited are you to take on your opponent? Anything you have to say to him? Like, if you could say to him right now.
I believe I just lost you, Steve. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. If I could say what to him?
If you could say anything right now, you got him in front of you right now.
I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about my opponent, Anthony Gangone, or however his last name is pronounced. I've been watching a few tapes with him recently. Kid looks young. He looks athletic. I'm looking forward to meeting him in the middle of the ring and seeing what he's got. But, at the end of the day, we all know that Simply God's Best is fat for a reason. And yours truly will come out the winner. All right. Besides your match on the card, is there any other matches you're looking forward to checking out on the card? I mean, it looks like a stellar lineup, but is there anyone specifically that you've that you've noticed on the card that you're looking forward to specifically? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the card overall. I mean, it's just going to be great from top to bottom. We all have our favorites. I think I make no bones about it. I'm a big Mike Drastic fan, so I can't wait to see him in the ring. It's been a while since I've seen him. So I can't wait to see what he's got.
Yeah, the real effing deal, Mike Drastic taking on the absolute Chris Cage. That should be a barn burner, as they say, or a slobber knocker.
Yeah.
Is that still is JR still cool?
JR is always going to be cool. JR is just the epitome of such. He's just him. And Mike Drastic versus Chris Cage should be a great match. I think it's kind of a rivalry of sorts. Goes back a long way.
If I'm not mistaken, this is one that's been in the works for quite some time. This is a personal issue, and hopefully we'll be able to get Cage on tonight in order to talk to him as well. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more of the Stephen James Experience with the boys from 2K Pro. I'm telling you guys, 718-664-9792. If you guys have any questions out there to ask these fine pro wrestlers, make sure you guys call in, 718-664-9792. You can tweet us during the show at SJE_Nation. You can let us know what you want to ask. If you're coming to the show, let them know you support them and who you support on the card, what matches you're looking forward to. This is Clean My Wounds, Corrosion of Conformity on the Stephen James Experience. right, Clean My Wounds, Corrosion of Conformity on the Stephen James Experience. We are back. We are back with the 2KW folks. I want to thank G.A. West for being on the show. Just phenomenal. It's really nice to hear these guys in their journey as they go along. If you guys have any questions for any of these phenomenal talents, 718-664-9792. You can also tweet us. You can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com, The Stephen James Experience. You can also go check out 2KW Pro. Check them out on Facebook as well. Like I said, this Saturday, 8 p.m., Daros Extreme Fitness Center in the Bronx, 2KW Pro presents Divided We Stand. The tickets are still available. They will be going fast, so rush out and buy them as quickly as humanly possible. Now, I have with me probably one of the last remaining true gentlemen of the sport as far as managers. Managers is a dying breed, and this fine young cannibal is one of the finest up-and-coming in pro wrestling today. I'm talking about Matthew Ryan Shapiro. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing well, sir. It's your pleasure to have me on your experience. It is about to be an experience because Matthew Ryan Shapiro is on the radio and on the air on Blog Talk Radio. I am not a fan of Blog Talk Radio by any stretch of the imagination. It is a mitigated piece of trash as a piece of service. But your show so far, not that terrible. You had a man that I've been scouting very closely, simply God's Best, G.A. West, and I have a lot of time that I am spending. I'm wasting money talking to you because my time is money, and, sir, my time is very valuable. So I'm going to answer two of your questions.
We hope not to waste too much of your time. Are you trying to get this man?
I am open to any individual who can be a solid investment, because being a professional wrestling manager is essentially being a funds manager, being a man who can maximize value and potential. Not only am I the Esquire of Excellence, not only am I the most dangerous man with a Juris Doctrine, but I am a man who is wise in not only picking talent, but making an investment. Because it's not just about dollars and cents, my friend. It is about making the right moves and making the right play. It's about patience. It's about time, and it's about building. The great pyramids of Egypt didn't get built in one day, and neither will my interesting and eclectic firm of gentlemen and possibly ladies, because I don't discriminate against gender. We need people to work in the kitchen of the firm. Title IX is a beautiful thing, Mr. James, and I will maximize that to its fullest potential when that time is right. And I am walking around New York City. I'm walking around God's country. And I will be going into the seventh circle of hell of God's country this coming Saturday night at Daros Extreme Fitness on 1123 Close Avenue. And I may be looking at God's Best, G.A. West. I may be looking at Danny DeMonto. I may be looking at the absolute Chris Cage or Mike Drastic, maybe Angel Ortiz. There are 20 people, 20 potential investments. And I have to play the markets this coming Saturday. Make the right move, because it's not a short sale, my friend. It is a long play. And on Saturday night, I will make my first move. And you will all know what it means to be the best in this business.
Wow. Just absolutely wow. You guys can check this out. Listen to the man. He's talking about investment. He's talking about changing the face of professional wrestling and bringing people into his fold. Managers are a dying breed, people, and this man is trying to make it happen. Why do you think managers are such a dying breed in professional wrestling? Do you consider yourself the savior of the manager?
I'm going to cut you off right there. Managers are not a dying breed. They're just a rare, unique creature. We are the unicorns of the professional wrestling business. We are the ones who define generations. We define moments in this business. We are the ones who are the tastemakers. We are the ones who are the trendsetters. We are the ones who define and redefine what it means to be in professional wrestling. We set the pace, we set the course, and on Saturday night we set a new course. Professional wrestling in New York City has gone far too long without a savior, without a leader, without a home. And on Saturday night, August 9th, we will give it a home, and we will give it a face, and we will give it a course. Professional wrestling will be resurrected in New York City on August 9th. And I'm going to roll away the stone and lead a new era in this industry. This isn't hyperbole. This isn't balderdash. This isn't me giving you a line. This isn't me talking out of my proverbial rectum. This is me telling you the straight and God's honest truth. If you believe in that man, if you believe in a higher power, you'll know he's true on August 9th, because the firm will be coming to 2KW Pro.
I think everybody needs to be on their lookout for the firm. Now, without giving away any of your trade secrets, what's the first thing you look for when you're scouting a potential client?
If he can win and if he can make money. If he can make me money or she can make me money. And that's all I need to see, because the intangibles are there. Every single professional wrestler is a piece of clay. And how you mold them, how you shape them, how you create something bigger and better is all in the long play. It's all in the long con, my friend, and I am not a con artist. I am an honest individual. I'm the truest article. I am as real as the clothes on my back and the hair on my head. And I will leave you with this. The best wrestlers in the world are the ones who listen. But the best people in this industry are the ones who lead. And I am a leader, and I am building leaders. I am not a man who likes followers. I am a man who likes people who listen and take instruction. And I am instructing future leaders, future champions, future paragons of what this industry should be. And on August 9th, Mr. James, you will see, you will hear, and you will feel what I am talking about.
I got to say, I'm absolutely excited to check it out. Saturday, 8 p.m., August 9th. Daros Extreme Fitness. One final question before I let you go, because you like you said, time is money, and I don't want to get in your way, because you seem like you can throw your money and your weight around pretty well. But my question to you is, out of all the matches on the card, and this is a phenomenal card, by the way, which one are you looking forward to the most? Which one has piqued your interest professionally the most? Which one has you on it?
I'm not going to give that up. I'm not going to give that away.
Not even for me? Come on, we just met.
Not even for anyone. Not even for family, not even for friends, not even for the people I share my bed with. I don't give anything away for free. You're going to have to pay your money. You're going to have to give your hard-earned dollars to me to figure out which match I'm most interested in. You, Mr. James, have a lovely evening, and I will see you and every single one of your listeners on August 9th. Get your money ready. Get your camera phones ready, because we're about to make our opening argument.
Ooh, August 9th, Saturday, 8 p.m. Check it out. Don't forget to go to 2kw.com for more tickets. If you have any questions, Mr. Matthew Ryan Shapiro, he kind of left me speechless there. He's definitely the one to watch as far as machinations. He seems like he's definitely got nothing but time and money on his hands, because his time makes money. We're basically going to take another quick break, mostly because I got to urinate. Let's drop the professional bullshit here for a second. I've drank far too much beer, and it's time for me to drain the weasel. And then when we come back, we've got Stan the Man Styles. He's coming up. We're going to talk to him about his match coming up against Caveman, where he comes from, how he trained, his thoughts on pro wrestling and where it's headed, and so much more. Remember, 718-664-9792. Feel free to call in with your questions for any of these remarkable, remarkable talents. Since this is a pro wrestling slanted show tonight, I figured I will play one of the best theme songs ever. It's Whatever by Our Lady Peace, Mr. Chris Benoit.
again.
Our Lady Peace, whatever, Chris Benoit. I believe that was off the Forcible Entry soundtrack back in the late 2000s, or early 2000s, pardon. This is the Stephen James Experience, as some of you know, a little bit different than what we're used to with this 2KW Pro Wrestling. Huge pro wrestling fan. You've heard us talk about pro wrestling plenty of times on the show, but it's really awesome and interesting to be able to have these guys' time. I'm really honored to be able to take care of these guys. Saturday night, I cannot stress this enough, tickets will go fast. Darrow's Extreme Fitness, 1123, incidentally, it's kind of my birthday, 1123 Close Avenue in the Bronx. 2KW Pro presents Divided We Stand. Tickets available at 2KW.com. I mean, come on, guys. How much more do you have to be sold on this between friggin' G.A. West and Matthew Ryan Shapiro? They talk. If I wasn't already going, they would have just talked me in the building. But let's see if someone else can't talk us in the building. We're here with Stan the Man Styles. What's going on?
That's right. Yeah, I'm just sitting in my bed playing with something. Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching Monday Night Raw. That Stephanie McMahon on. She's looking damn good in these little leather shorts. Oh, God. Oh, God, I love Stephanie. God, I love her.
Oh, she's fantastic. Now, see, you're starting to sound like what your opponent, I would assume, sounds like by his namesake, a caveman. What do you think about your opponent coming up to caveman?
Well, first of all, Caveman is Neanderthal. I don't even know where he came from. I guess they found him somewhere frozen in the Bronx because he's a dirtball. He's ugly, just like all the other people in New York City. What do I think about Caveman? I can't stand the Caveman. I can't stand just me saying his name. It just. But like I said before, if you didn't see my promo I did on YouTube, it's not going to be a match. It's going to be a massacre. And that's right.
All right. Well, basically, what I'm getting from you is you're not really caring for this guy very much, and you have a personal issue with him, not based on anything deep seated. You just don't like the way he looks and the way he handles himself.
And he beat me twice. I won't be the man and say that he beat me twice before. So you know what? It's not going to be third time's the charm. This time, I will get the W on the stupid, ugly, disgusting caveman and party with all those sexy Puerto Rican princesses that are going to come see me. Oh, August 9th, this Saturday. And that's right. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
See, Puerto Rican princesses. Now I'm at half-mast. Jeez, thanks. I got a couple of questions here for you. Who would you say, and who would you say right now is the man in 2KW? You know, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Who says the man?
The man is the man you're talking to. Stand the man style, the sex T-Rex, the Gyno Rhino, the legendary Chase, the erection, a perfection. There's only one man in 2KW, and that's me. And that's right.
Oh, my God. What would you say is the most exciting part of being a pro wrestler for you? Besides
the girls.
Latin girls, yeah. Besides the delicious Latin girls. I knew you were going to go there because if I was a pro wrestler, I'd think the same thing.
You gotta love the Latin girls. They're freaky. They know how to really ride the you-know-what. That's right.
See, now I'm getting hot under the collar. What do you feel is lacking from modern pro wrestling, like the quote-unquote big leagues of professional wrestling? Or do you enjoy where the product stands right now?
Well, see, I'll tune in and watch Monday Night Raw like I was a couple of minutes ago, but, you know, I love the babes, like that Paige, that beautiful, delicious English muffin. I just want to eat her up. Oh, and then AJ, her on SmackDown, the poor little thing. Oh, if CM Punk can't take care of her, I know where I'd say Valve can in more ways than one. That's all right. But you see, what's lacking is this PG era. What is PG anyway? What really is? Because everyone knows that the edgy stuff, the dirty stuff, the raunchy stuff really gets over. Just like it did in the Attitude Era. That's what's missing. I mean, come on, put the kids to bed. Parents, it's time to watch some wrestling. It's time to watch Stan Styles. That's right.
So if you went up that way, say you went up to Stanford and you were working with the big boys, so to speak, would Stan the Man Styles put the Raw back in Raw?
Oh, he definitely put the Raw back in Raw. That's right. I don't think Stephanie could handle herself around me. She had to dump that idiot Hunter Helmsley because she couldn't. She wants a man with an 8-pack out. You know, Triple H, he never had a 6-pack or an 8-pack like I do. So she probably just can't wait to see me and check me out and make me a handle for it. Oh. I should go there tomorrow and see what happens.
I mean, if you can get a video between the two of you and hook up with Ryan Shapiro, you guys could pretty much make a good amount of money. I think he could make you guys a really decent amount of money. Besides your own match on the card, is there anything that you're looking forward to? Any other match that you're excited to see?
Let me see. Nope. That's just me. It's always about me. It's always about Stan stuff. Who else? These girls, it's not just the Puerto girls. The white girls can come too. I like all kinds of flavors of ice cream. Delicious ice cream for me to lick all up. So it doesn't matter what other match they're coming to see, because at the end of the night, they're all going to be talking. They're going to be screaming at the top of their lungs that they saw and experienced Stan Styles live and in person, and it was an experience they never, ever forget. That's right.
All flavors of ice cream. See, now I'm hungry. I like me a little coffee sometimes as well, if you know what I'm saying.
Coffee.
Hey, you got to get what you can. 2KW this Saturday, 8 p.m., Darrow's Extreme Fitness, 1123 Close Avenue in the Bronx. Now, you're not a big fan of the Bronx, so how did they get you to work? Is it the revenge factor of having been beaten by Caveman? You want revenge so much that you'll even sully yourself by going to the Bronx?
Not really that. It's just they pay me a lot of money to get rid of Caveman once and for all. That's right. And like you were saying before, the more money I have, the more babes I can put on my shake weight. That's right. Oh, yeah.
All right. Just a couple more questions before we let you go. Who's your favorite pro wrestler of all time? I mean, were you a Brutus the Barber Beefcake guy?
Oh, that's easy. Well, now it's me, but back in the days, I was very much a Ric Flair fan. You gotta love the Nature Boy. Your style and profiling, gotta love the Nature Boy.
So the Nature Boy Ric Flair's favorite, he's got to be, I think he's in everyone's top 5. If not, you're wrong. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
All right. What's your favorite type of match to work? Out of all the matches that thrown Stan the Man's way, what's your favorite type of match?
That's a very easy question, too. Me versus a nice, skinny, but in shape, big-breasted, beautiful thighs, beautiful eyes, girl. Yeah, I'm talking about an intergender match. Oh, that's right. That really is up my alley. I love this to go around this manhandler just like I do in the bedroom.
Oh, you want a
get me
Latino
started right now.
match? That's what you want, a Latino on a pole match.
Oh, I want a Latino on my shake weight. You know what I mean? And that's going to happen that night, guaranteed. That's right.
Right. Any final thoughts for us, Stan the Man? Anything you want to say about your opponent as well before we let you go?
Caveman, he probably can't even understand me right now. I don't even know if he can talk English or whatever. But Caveman, you're not going to be a caveman anymore. Caveman's going to be a dead man. And all the girls in New York, and they're going to come from New Jersey, they're going to come from Connecticut, they're going to come from PA, they're going to come from all over the place. They're going to be screaming for miles and miles when they see and experience the sex T-Rex. Yours truly, Stan the Man style. That's right.
All right, the Sex T-Rex, Stan the Man styles. Man, these guys are talking me into the building. 718-664-9792. Let us know what match you're interested in, or who your favorite pro wrestler was on the show thus far. Call in, let us know if you're attending the show, which match you're most excited for. If you're going to bring a funny foam finger and wave it in the caveman's face, I think that might rile him up. I'm not too sure. All right, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, more of the Stephen James Experience. These guys, they're kind of kicking my ass right now. 718-664-9792. You got to find a way. This is we're keeping with the theme. We're keeping up the theme with wrestling themes. So this is CM Punk's old theme by Killswitch Engage. This fire burns on the Stephen James Experience. All right, this Fire Burns, Kill Switch Engage, CM Punk's old theme. I kind of miss it. I like the cult of personality thing with Living Color, but I do kind of miss the raw energy of the straight edge savior. Much more to get to tonight. Make sure you guys call in 718-664-9792 and try and get these guys questions. Let us know if you're going to the show. If you're going to book a ticket, you should. Now on the line, another fantastic guest, AJ Orsini. What's going on there?
How you doing, guys? AJ Orsini. Yes, he's here.
I'm terrible with pronunciation, so I got it right.
Close. Orsini, yes. You pretty much got it, yeah.
All right. So let me ask you a couple of questions because a lot of people, I've been getting tweets during the show. How did 2KW get started? Are you familiar with the history of 2KW, or is this your first time working with them?
No, I've actually been friends with the owner of 2KW's pretty much almost since the beginning. I guess the original concept began all the way back in 1999, actually. So we're going on about 15 years of 2KW history, but the show that we're putting on August 9th is kind of a renovation. We were on a bit of a hiatus for the last 2 or 3 years. A lot of the wrestlers, a lot of the management kind of went their own separate ways. We spread our wings as individuals and tried to make names for ourselves in this business. We've progressed. We've done some good things, and we thought, hey, now is about as good a time as any to bring the boys back together, and we're going to do so August 9th.
Wow, very exciting. For those of you who don't know the history, this is a really good story of kind of like it seems like a story of redemption. You know, people doing the things that they love, things that people are passionate about. Here's the thing: as a fan, a lifelong fan of pro wrestling, you have to love it to get it. Some people may see it and mock it or not really get it. But if you love pro wrestling, you know exactly what these guys are sacrificing, exactly what these guys do day in and day out. Which match on this card are you most excited to see? Phenomenal card.
Phenomenal card, and just to tack on to what you just said about being passionate, as a fan, it does take a lot of passion to follow, to keep up on. It takes probably double to be in it. This isn't exactly – I always make this business or give the analogy of it's the best, worst job ever. You're constantly on the road. You're not really around your family a lot. You're taking bumps. You're taking bruises, you know. I'm hosting the show, and I get just as worn out as the wrestlers in my own little way because I'm out there for about 2.5, 3 hours in and out of that ring all night in the heat, in that suit. So, I mean, everybody, you know, the referees, everybody – it really takes a toll to be in this business. So, I mean, like I said, we were on hiatus with our own thing, and we're bringing the boys back. And of all the matches, because I know you're asking me the one I'm most looking forward to, we got a great main event. We got a lot of great matches, but a personal favorite, the Walking Riot Rays against Iron Fist Joe Bulldog, I just think is going to be a slugfest. This is going to be one of the more hard-hitting affairs. I mean, we want to talk about as close to a fist fight as you could possibly get inside of a wrestling ring. That's the match that you're going to want to see. If you're bloodthirsty, that's the match you're going to want to see.
Yeah, the Walking Riot, he just looks like a brick wall. It's like the immovable, the immovable object meeting the irresistible force. It looks like a powerhouse matchup. A lot of people on the Facebook page for 2KW have actually been hashtag standing with Rays.
He's going to have a lot of support because, as I said before, this idea started in 1999. Rays has kind of been on the roster pretty much from day one. He's one of the originals from way back when, right? So he has a huge following amongst the 2KW audience. But I'll say it over and over and over again. These renovations are very important to us. We have a mixture of old faces to the 2KW audience and a whole new litany of superstars that are going to be debuting for the first time on August 9th. So to have a guy like Reyes who's been there pretty much since day one, and this is going to sound funny, but the guy he's going against, Joe Borog, maybe not since day one, but maybe a year or two after the concept was created, I'll say about 2001, 2002, Joe Borog came on board. So these are two long-standing 2KW guys who, believe it or not, I think this may be the second time only in the last 13 years that they've gone one-on-one together. So they're really, really looking forward to hitting each other with everything they've got.
So there's an element of a dream match here. Two legends within the 2KW universe and sphere colliding for only, maybe the third time you said?
That's right. Maybe second or third time only in history. I had to look it up because I actually thought it was the first time ever. I was actually corrected by the owner. They did it once years ago. Our main event is in the same situation. Chris Cage, the absolute Chris Cage, came on in 2006. Mike Drastic came on a little later, I believe 2008. They've trained together. They've traveled the roads. They've traveled the country together. They've never fought one-on-one. This is the first time that these two long-standing stars have ever done it. So, I mean, we've got old faces colliding for the first time. We've got new guys coming in, like our tag team match, Damian Darling and Danny DeMonto, the cold-hearted player, coming in as a tag team. They're going against the team of the Zebra Kid, Joey Janela, and my favorite masked character, your friendly neighborhood psycho, Smiley. The guy you just had on the phone a second ago, Stan Styles. That's right, my boy. Going one-on-one with the unpredictable caveman. I mean, we got it all this show.
Very, very exciting. If you're not sold on some of these right now, I don't know what the hell your problem is. Head on over right now to 2KW.com, buy yourself a ticket, and if you find me at this show, I'll buy you a beer. Before, after, it doesn't matter. If you find me, I'll buy you a beer because I know
I might hold you to that one. I may need one.
Hey, there you go. If you find, well, I'll have to find you because you'll be the master of ceremony.
I won't be hard to miss. I'll be in the bright blue shirt inside the ring.
So what would you say is the hard, besides the actual, sacrifice and leaving your family, the actual work aspect of it? What would you say is the most daunting task for you? Is it managing personalities? Is it just getting up every day to do it?
Well, no, the getting up every day. Listen, this is. I want to pull the veil back a little bit on this and give the audience a little bit of me. I'm 31 years old. I've been doing this for over 2 years. I'm 31 and I have a hard time getting out of bed. That's just the way that it is. But I have no problem getting up and doing it. The hardest part, in my opinion, and this is what makes 2KW Pro just a little bit different from everybody else. The hardest part is we're so tough on ourselves to give the fans something that they actually care about. That's huge for us. We want to give the fans something that, how many times do people go to wrestling shows, like independent shows, and they don't advertise anybody who's going to be on the card. The guy comes through the curtain. You don't know who he is. You don't know how to react. It's just another match on the card. And unless he's supremely talented and exceptional, you may never see this kid again. You don't remember this guy. It's just a blip on the radar in your life. So what 2KW does is we want to introduce our characters to people. We want you to feel what they feel. We want you to get inside their head. We want to get inside your head. We want to give you matches that you care about. We've been putting up these videos telling people, Chris Cage is wrestling Mike Drastic in the main event of 2KW Pro. Well, not a lot of people know who these guys are. But when we go on YouTube and when we go on the website, we're telling them, listen, this guy doesn't like this guy for this reason. We're not just going to go in the ring and punch him in the face. This is why I'm punching him in the face. This is why you should see me punch him in the face. This is why you should see me travel the country and punch other people in the face. And that's the kind of attitude we bring to the product. We don't want to just give you 9 matches that hopefully you'll like. We want to give you 9 matches that you're going to feel. And that by the end of the show, when you're walking home and you're in the train or you're in the car going home, what you're discussing in the car is the show. You're going to turn the radio down and go, hey, this was awesome. That guy was awesome. This guy sucked. I don't like this guy. Whatever the case may be, feel free to feel anything you want. The point is, we want you to feel. And that's what's going to happen August 9th in the Bronx. 2KW Pro is going to do something that an independent pro company here in New York or anywhere in the Northeast area has had trouble doing, and that's making you care.
Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm already buying a ticket. Guys, everyone listening, 718-664-9792. You're out of your mind if you don't buy a ticket. What would you say as far as the modern pro wrestling product, say in Stamford or with TNA or Ring of Honor? Do you feel that there's anything lacking from current pro wrestling that you guys at 2KW are trying to maybe bring out that you see is lacking in maybe some of the other products?
I wouldn't say that we're filling a void of any kind. I think that especially the big three companies that you just named, they're each kind of doing something a little different. You know, the WWE is more entertaining. TNA tries to give you, you know, more of an entertaining match quality show, where Ring of Honor gives you this straightforward athleticism kind of MMA style, pro wrestling, more strong style. I think with the three major companies, all of them are kind of hitting you from pretty much all angles. I think the difference with the 2KW Pro is in the direction that we're trying to go is we're not necessarily trying to fill a void. We're not worried about the WWE. We're not worried about TNA. We're not worried about Ring of Honor. We're not worried about the major companies because they are that. They are the major companies. If we base our company off of what everybody else is doing, we would be doing a disservice to our fans. Where are we at right now with this first show, and it's literally that to us in our minds, everything we've done over the last 15 years is whatever we've done. We're focusing on August 9th. We're focusing on starting over. We're focusing on the future. And to be honest with you, we don't know what our future is going to be just yet. The people who show up in the Bronx on August 9th, they're going to help us decide that. They're going to tell us who they like. They're going to tell us what they don't like. What did we do that they didn't like? What they want to see from us in the future. We're going to let the fans come in and help us figure out where we're headed. Because right now, our main focus is entertaining the hell out of this audience, giving them everything that we can, and we're going to go from there. We're not trying to fill any voids. We're not trying to go in any particular direction right now. We're just going to try to give great matches, interesting stories, and we're just going to try to make these people believe in us as a product, and then, boom, we'll find our niche.
You say you're not sure about the future, but it sounds pretty freaking bright. As long as passionate people are behind it, that's really all it takes. If you guys want to talk to AJ here, 718-664-9792. Maybe you guys don't understand the pro wrestling business and what makes a man tick that would want to do this besides passion, because in order to do this...
You'd have to have a screw loose.
You'd have to have a screw loose. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
This is not a sane man's business. It's a whole lot of work for very little in return. And, I mean, I'm telling you right now, no matter what I get in my wallet, it doesn't compare to that feeling when I come through the curtain. You know, the analogy of it being the biggest drug that you can possibly have is so true.
All right, well, we all hope to experience that. We all do it in some way, shape, or form, or at least try and replicate it when you're children walking through your bedroom wearing your, I don't know, your Hulk Hogan T-shirt. I have a winged eagle replica belt that I like to...
There you go.
Sound like I'm special, but I'm not. I got the upper body of an 11-year-old girl, so that's neither here nor...
You're the host of an awesome show, so you are special.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more of the Stephen James Experience. I'm telling you guys, this Saturday, p.m., Darrow's Extreme Fitness. What else are you doing? You're not doing anything. You're probably taking out the same girl that you take out every weekend that you really don't like, but she's the only one that puts out consistently for you. You want to treat her to something? Treat her to a pro wrestling show. Maybe she'll be seeing all those guys in spandex and all oiled up and you know, working hard fucking work. They might want to touch you. She might want it. She might want it just a little bit more. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more of the Stephen James Experience. This is, I don't know. This is Godsmack. Fucking A. Stephen James Experience. We're fucking back. It's Monday. Yeah, I said the F word. If you don't like it, feel free to call somebody. Just not my mama, because that was a lame gimmick. I want to thank AJ Orsini for being on the show and giving a fantastic and impassioned speech about his love for the business as well as 2KW, which, by the way, 2KW, I'm going to say it again because this is how you do things. Saturday, 8 p.m., Darrow's Extreme Fitness, 1123 Close Avenue in the Bronx. 2KW Pro presents Divided We Stand. Tickets are still available, but they are going fast. 2KW.com. Check out matches, the absolute Chris Cage versus the real effing deal Mike Drastic. I mean, come on. They already sold you half of these. The Players Club versus Joey Janela and Smiley. Come on. The Walking Riot known as Rays versus Iron Fist Joe Borog. Come on. What more do you need, people? What more do you need? We're going to go to the phone lines. Let's see what we got here. I don't recognize this number, and for some reason, the green room, as per usual. You know, Matthew Ryan Shapiro touched on this, Blog Talk Radio being pretty shitty and how much he hates it. We're definitely experiencing that right now. Our green room is down. So we're going to go to the phone lines. Who do we got here? What do we got? You're on the air. Hoy hoy. No? I'm all alone. Help me out here. You don't understand. This makes me feel bad. I feel lonely now. I'm having a good show. I'm interviewing these great guests. I put you on the air, and all I hear is a buzz. Why? Why? Do you hate me? Does God hate me? Did God send you here for me? I hate you. I hate you. 718-664-9792. Feel free to call in and weigh in on any of these topics. That's pretty much all the time I have for the 2KW guys. So the rest of this next hour is open. You can also call in via Skype. If you look at the top of the player icon, there's a Skype button. There's a Skype button there. Press the button, follow the instructions. And like I always say, If you can't follow the instructions, as simple as that, you don't deserve to be speaking anyway. It's one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Swig of water for the working man, as Stone Cold Steve Austin would say on his podcast, which, by the way, here's the thing. A lot of pro wrestlers are getting into the podcasting industry and radio. Chris Jericho, Jim Ross, Goldberg, stuff like that. They're taking my job. You know what I'm saying? All of these sports guys and stuff like that. I mean, it's good that they can find something else to do, but can you just leave a slice for me? Just leave a little bit of slice for me. 718-664-9792. I'm trying to get a slice right now. I'm trying to get a slice of pizza, something. Who knows? Someone call in. Anybody. Let us know what you guys thought of the show so far. You can tweet us at SJE_nation. You can go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Stephen James Experience. Tons of fucking shit you could do. We can take a quick break while we reset the show for hour number 2. This is Introduction, otherwise known as Hey Betty, Dramarama off of Hi-Fi Sci-Fi. Dude, if you don't like Dramarama, A, you're not from the East Coast, and B, you suck dick.
you very much.
All right, that was Introduction. Hey, Betty, Dramarama off of their Hi-Fi Sci-Fi record. My mom always said always go out on top, if you know what I mean. Yes, that is an incest joke if you didn't get it. So that's all the time we have tonight on the Stephen James Experience. We were going to do the 2-hour thing, but you figure you got to go out on top. And how much better can you go out than with 2KW? I mean, come on. This Saturday, 8 p.m., Darrow's Extreme Fitness, 1123 Close Avenue in the Bronx. You know what? Find us, facebook.com/Stephen James Experience, or you can find, 2KW and find them and find out. Or you can go to 2KW.com and pick up tickets. They're going fast. I've got mine. I'm going to be there. And if you find me, I will buy you beer. Saying this now, I will buy you beer if you find me. That's all the time we have on the show tonight. I want to thank all of my special guests from 2KW, from AJ Orsini to Stan the Man Styles to fucking Matthew Shapiro, just tons and tons. G.A. West. I mean, come on, the list goes on and on. Jesus Christ. Make sure you guys check us out Wednesday night, 9 p.m. It's going to be an hour later than usual. I'm going to say this one more time. It's going to be an hour later than usual due to some scheduling conflicts that need to be taken care of. Thank you for coming aboard the Stephen James Experience. And if there's anything that you want to get involved in the conversation, topics for future shows, topics for shows while they're on the air, you can go to the official page, the StephenJamesExperience.com. There's a message board there. There's also some big ideas in the way coming up as far as YouTube videos and things of that nature. So that's all the time we got, and go fuck yourself.